There's a child inside of you. A child who once believed that love had to be earned. That crying was weakness. That silence was safety. That being invisible was better than being hurt. That child didn't disappear. They just grew up and learned how to pretend. They put on strength. They put on smiles. They put on, "I'm fine," but deep down, they've been waiting. Waiting for you. Waiting for you to notice the pain they were never allowed to feel. Waiting for you to say, "It wasn't your fault." Waiting for you to hold them, not with hands, but with truth. If you're ready to reconnect with your truth and heal the wounds you've carried for too long, subscribe now to Power of Mentality and begin the journey back to yourself. Part 1. The invisible wound. We all carry wounds. Some are visible: bruises, scars, broken bones. But the deepest wounds? They're invisible. Emotional. Spiritual. Wounds from words that were never said, and from words that should never have been said. You might not remember the moment your inner child was first wounded. But you remember the feeling. The sting of not being enough. The ache of being too much. The silence after you cried, and no one came. The pressure to behave, to perform, to shrink, to fit, to be good. You were just a child. You didn't understand trauma. You just thought, "It must be me." And so, you began to carry the shame of others. You began to believe their absence was your fault. That love had to be earned. That if you could just be better, quieter, smarter, more helpful, they would finally stay. They would finally see you. That child is still in there. Still waiting to be chosen by you. Let's stop for a moment. Take a breath. Close your eyes and think, what did I need most as a child, that I never received? Maybe it was affection. Maybe it was protection. Maybe it was someone who believed in you. Maybe it was safety. Maybe it was to be told, "You are not a burden." And now, as an adult, you may still chase those unmet needs through relationships, achievements, perfectionism, overgiving, or people-pleasing. You're not broken, you're wounded. And those wounds don't make you weak. They make you human. But here's the truth that can set you free. You don't need anyone else to go back and give you what you needed. You can do it now. You can become the safe place you never had. You can reparent yourself. You can heal. It won't happen all at once. But it starts here. Right now. With your willingness to stop running. To stop hiding. To stop pretending you're okay when you're not. And to say to yourself, "I see you, I hear you, I'm here." Part 2. Recognizing the patterns. Unhealed childhood wounds don't just stay in the past. They show up in your present, loudly and silently. They show up in the way you talk to yourself. In the people you choose. In the love you accept. In the dreams you abandon. In the way you either over-explain or shut down completely. They show up in your fear of being too much, and in your fear of not being enough. Because that child inside of you still remembers. Still carries the memory in your nervous system, in your voice, in your reactions. You think you're over it. But you flinch when someone raises their voice. You over-apologize when you speak up. You say, "yes," when you mean, "no," because you were taught that boundaries equal rejection. You see, trauma doesn't always scream. Sometimes, it whispers, "You're not safe. You're not worthy. You don't matter." But here's the most heartbreaking part. That voice isn't yours. It never was. It was inherited from those who were also hurting. From parents who never healed. From systems that punished emotion. From cultures that silenced truth. But just because you were given those beliefs, doesn't mean you have to keep carrying them. Healing begins with awareness. Can you notice your patterns without shame? Can you see your pain without judgment? Can you witness your triggers and ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" That's where the shift begins. The moment you stop blaming yourself and start understanding yourself. The moment you stop fixing the surface and start listening to the wound underneath. You were never the problem. You were the one who absorbed the problem. And now, you get to release it. Not because you need to be perfect, but because you deserve to be free.